All right, people, we're going to do an episode of Dave's Garage. I'm Dave, and this is my garage. And we got Riley, who is going to be the camera person. Camera woman, person, what are your preferred pronouns?
I'm going to hit you with a chair.
That is the... All right, see, that's the right answer for that stupid question. If you can't look and figure out what you are, then it's on you, not on her. So... good answer to that question. I like this kid. All right. You're going to be holding the camera. Here's what we're doing. We are installing a steering damper to a 2022 Speed Twin. It's a really simple install. There's like just a couple screws.
Does that say Trump?
No, Triumph. But I like where you're going with that. All right. So what we've got is we've got 2 of these. God damn it, Leo.
Oh, you're filming?
Yeah.
Well, no.
That's all right. I'll edit your ass out. We're not editing him out. That's Leo. All right, so we've got
the front door.
Yeah, it's fine.
I messed up the video. Don't edit it.
Cut. Quiet on the set. All right. So what are we doing? We're going to be installing a steering damper. So what we have...
said that, Dave.
I know, but I'm reiterating in case I decide to edit all that out. All right, so here, you hold this. You're not going to be able to see it on the back screen, so just aim the camera where it should be aimed.
Okay.
So up here, not here. Look at my eyes.
What?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so this is simple. It's a very simple mount. This is going to go up underneath here. So look up here. No, go from the side over there.
Okay.
There's some screw holes right into the steel frame. We're going to put thread locker, and that's going to get zipped right into there. And then we're going to have a clamp that goes over here on the fork, and then the steering damper is going to mount in between, and then we're going to have to adjust it and play around with it. So
Ooh.
I just need to see, because if you look at this, it's slightly offset. Hold the camera steady. I need to see if that faces forward or back. I'm going to guess that it means forward. But you know what? We're going to do something that I never do.
That's weird, Dave.
We're going to read the instructions.
No, Dave.
This is happening.
Dave.
Don't do it. Yeah, it reaches forward. So,
My eyes burn.
why are your eyes burning?
Because you're reading the instructions,
That's what you're
Dave.
supposed to. Come on, look at where you're pointing it. You're pointing it over there. You got to point it at me. I'm not going to get good views if the camera's pointing at the ceiling and stuff. So, blue Loctite. Don't use red. Goddamn doors.
Why don't you use red?
Because it's too strong, and sometimes you'll get that in, and if you have to remove it for something, you'll end up stripping the head of the screw. So there's some screws here, and those you're just going to zip into that. So I'm going to get one. Actually, no, this has to face backwards or it's going to hit that. So, yes, that's how it goes in. All right, so get that threaded in. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, it's a tight space.
Yeah. All right, that one's in. I gotta tighten it, but let's get this one started.
Oh, that is really blue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tight fit in there. There's not a whole lot of room. So this goes in. All right, it's threading in. I don't know what the torque is on these. It probably says in the instructions, but I'm not going to read it that far. I'm just going to tighten it up really good. First, I need to get them both seated. Stop wiggling it around. You're holding it like Michael J. Fox. If you don't know that, he's very shaky these days. So,
Why? Is he older than you?
very funny. Now, see the 2 points you got for Trump and the pronoun question, you just lost a point. So, no, he has Parkinson's disease. Makes you shaky. Disrupts your motor skills and stuff.
Yeah. I kind of thought he was like, no.
He played Marty McFly in Back to the Future.
Ooh, I like that movie.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. All right, so we've got that. Now the next piece, and we're not going to tighten this yet because we may have to adjust it. But this is going to go on the fork.
And this is the fork, right?
Very good. You get back 1/2 a point.
Okay.
All right. Face it. Make sure. Look where the camera's pointing, Chief.
What if it doesn't fit?
It'll fit. Better fit. All right. So what we're going to do is, because we're going to have to adjust the steering damper once it gets on there. So we're just going to snug it up a little bit so it doesn't flop around. Forgot to put blue Loctite on this one. That's all right. We'll do that later. Let's get this snug. But we may have to adjust it. Dude.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Wait, hey, you were doing the other
I'm not
side.
paying you if you mess it up. She's like, wait, what? Pay? Monies? Now, does that go up or down? I think that has to go down. I think I put it on upside down. God damn it, I gotta look at the damn instructions again.
Let's see.
Down. This is why we're looking at the instructions. See, this is good. So what we're doing is
Because you suck, Dave.
we're doing a video on what not to do. Apparently. All right, so let's loosen this.
Yeah, that was his whole idea.
But I wanted to do it without the instructions. Watch where the camera is. All right, that wasn't your fault. That was mine. Okay. So, but I'm gonna get my blue thread locker.
You finally.
Well, if we had to take it off anyway, then I might as well put the thread locker on the screws. So there's one screw. So you just put a little bit of this, that way it doesn't vibrate and fall off.
Oh, I thought it was so it wasn't squeaky when you put it in.
No, thread locker is, it'll keep the screws from coming out on their own. It makes the screws kind of like sticky in there. So it's like it's a really weak glue.
Yeah, and like you said, if you use red, it's like really good.
Yeah, exactly. Red is too much. Red is for something that's really critical that...
And you probably never want to take off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a brake.
No, actually brake calipers, surprisingly, you don't use... Actually, you use grease because you don't want them to seize because that is something you do take off frequently.
Yeah.
So contrary to what you would think, small person...
You know, one time me and my dad, we spray painted my motor to my motorcycle purple.
Nice. All right.
This is what it should look like, peoples.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to maybe spin it and adjust it. But this is what we've got. So we got the mount here and our steering damper. Wave, say hi.
Hi.
It's going to go here in the middle. So now we'll be able to adjust this and get it to where everything lines up.
Oh.
So back to you. Hey,
Yeah.
Chucklehead, take that. So now we got to figure out.
Is that our steering damper?
That is a steering damper. And you actually said it right, unlike 50% of the internet who calls it a dampener. It's not a dampener, it's a damper. So you got it right. Internet, you got it wrong.
Because I'm smarter than most people.
Maybe.
I've been in the gifted class since I was in first grade.
Okay. All right, so.
Oh, you're going to hit the camera with that.
I'm going to move the camera back, you goofball.
But what do you think I did?
So, first thing we got to do, and then when we're done, we're going to explain how this all works. All right, so this goes on here.
Wait, I just realized.
And then this.
Here you go, Dave.
Yeah, hold on. I got to put some blue thread locker. Donka.
Okay. You only want a little bit.
Yep, that's all you need.
Not too much.
Exactly. All right, so this one we can torque down. Make that nice and tight. Okay. I'm gonna go over everything later and tighten it all up. So that's in there good. This moves. So now what we have to do is figure out how we want to move the steering damper itself. So this has to go on, and this is going to mount to that screw.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it right here.
So that screw's going to come out. We're going to pop this on, and then we have to figure out where we tighten this, because we're going to have to roll the bike off the chalk here so I can turn the handlebar one way or the other. So here's what a steering damper does for you.
I don't think it's gonna line up very well.
I think it will. We just have to get this on,
Okay.
and we're going to leave this part loose so I can move it around and center it properly. All right, so let's see. All right. So this comes out. Wow, it's got a lot of thread.
It's gonna take like
I know, it's ridiculous.
forever.
All right, so blue thread locker. Oh, we're going to need that.
This is gonna be like the millionth time you're saying this in this video. Do you need this, Dave?
Nah, let's do something else. All right, you're just getting my knee here. Now you're pointing, I don't know where you're pointing at now. A little bit of blue. All right.
That's a bit of a lot.
It's fine.
Okay,
So now-
whatever you say, Dave.
Watch where you're aiming the camera, Chief.
Okay.
So this goes through these pieces, and then back up and into that.
It doesn't
You
look.
following me? Watch where you're
Yeah,
aiming.
it doesn't look very straight.
Don't worry. It's going to all make sense to you.
Okay.
Maybe. How smart are you again?
I've been in the advanced class since I went to my school.
All right, so I need to tighten that, although this, maybe I have to get a different hex wrench. So,
Get over there.
let's see. What size
What
do we
are
need?
you looking for?
This one, maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. I
Okay.
got to tighten this.
Ow.
So I needed one that was shorter. That one's too big. This one? Yeah, buddy. All right, so let's tighten that up. Nice and snug.
Dave, I can probably do this better than you right now.
What's that?
Nothing.
Right, nothing. Okay, so that's in there. So then we're going to have to tighten this up. But we got to figure out, because this has to slide back and forth. So you, back up. Back up, Chachi.
I'm gonna go to the other side now. Oh.
Well, then you're going to get the glare from the light, so stay on this side.
Okay, yeah, okay.
All right, so here's what we got to do.
Do you want me to move this?
Yeah, you can slide that up if you want. It's heavy.
Oh, wow, this is heavy. There's like barely anywhere.
All right.
I'm like,
So what we want to do is we want to center this in a way so when this moves, it's going to do that.
do you want it to do that?
Well, yeah, so here's what I got to do. I need to get a hex wrench and tighten that up a little bit. This one right there. I think we're going to do it just
This
like
one?
that. Yeah, that one right there. So I got to find a hex wrench for that.
It's gonna be pretty
I think it's
small.
this size right here.
It's gonna be pretty small. That's all. Can I try?
No.
Okay.
All right, so let's just snug that a little bit so it clamps
I
there.
feel like no, that's not gonna work.
Okay, so now I need to turn it this way. See, there it's hidden. I need to back up because I'm turning that carpet
You're
down
about
there.
to hit the garage door.
No, we won't. Get the camera on me, Chief. Come on.
Okay. Okay, here you go.
All right, so that goes all the way that way.
It's on you.
Come on. Down here.
Okay.
All right, so there, something's hidden. It's not letting me turn the wheel all the way. So here I go, and it turns all the way. here, it's hitting. So what we got to do is figure out.
What is it hitting?
What's it hitting? What's making contact? Okay, right here. This knob, it's hitting the fork. So here's what we got to do. We got to move this so that can go. Now, question is, does it still hit? No, barely misses it. So I can, that's hitting the steering stop without hitting the damper, which is what we want.
Okay.
I mean, I could turn this down like this, but when the wheel moves up, I want to make sure this doesn't hit that. So back up just a little bit.
Ow. Dave, your garage is messy.
Trust me, it's way better than it used to be. So when the wheel moves up, this comes with it, and I don't want this to come up and smack into that. So we're going to move.
And it could break it.
Yeah.
And it'll leave a scuff on this.
Yeah. So there, see how it's stopping? That's hitting the steering stop without actually hitting anything. So I should be able to come up. See, when it comes up, then it hits here.
Dave, is your lucky number 37?
That is the number that I use.
Why?
Because you gotta, you need a number when you go out on track.
Yeah, but is it your lucky number?
No, I don't know that I have a lucky number.
Okay.
I don't know that numbers can really give you luck.
Okay.
All right, so we got this tightened up. So that ain't gonna go nowhere. It locks, and it's hitting the steering stop without actually munching into that.
Yes, as you can see,
So
just a
now-
little spot right there.
We go back to this one.
And, okay, you move around.
No, not there.
Nope, okay. You move around a lot.
I know. All right, so that goes all the way. Doesn't touch, doesn't hit anything. Now what we do want to do is slide this down a little bit so that when you're looking at this, you want this to be perfectly,
Centered?
yeah, level.
Close enough.
Okay, so let's turn it this way. It's not hitting the knob. I got about 3 millimeters of gap.
And you said that
And we go this way.
multiple times.
So it's not, yeah, well, you have, before you tighten it, you want to check and make sure that nothing's hitting. It's not bottoming out. So at this point,
This should be fine.
yep, we're going to tighten these down.
Why do you need a hex, what are they called? Hex?
Well, because that T-handle was hitting here. Hey, focus. It was hitting here. I couldn't turn it. So I need to get a different hex wrench so that I can get my hand up in there.
Because your hands are too big?
Yeah. Well, and it was hitting. So I need to be able to turn it without it hitting. So let's go ahead and tighten this up. You don't have to go crazy and over torque it. So that's tight, that's tight.
Because it'll,
Yeah, you can strip it or...
yeah, it'll strip it.
All right, so that flops around a little bit. That's okay. That's what they do. So now, to put all my messy tools away. Well, put them over here. We'll get that. All right, Riley.
I already got it.
Okay, good job. Focus over here.
Okay. I don't want to get ran over.
Okay, so come over here
Okay. Honey.
and just kind of shoot it. Yeah. So what does a steering damper do, Riley?
It helps, it dampers the steering?
Sure, in a literal sense, that is exactly what it does. So what it does is, all right, so you see how you have suspension. You got your forks. There's springs in here. There's valves. And what it does is it makes it controlled. So when you hit a bump, it doesn't bottom out and it doesn't rattle your teeth out, right? It absorbs the bumps and makes the ride smooth. Your forks do that in an up and down fashion, same as the shocks out back. They control the bike in an up and down fashion.
So
The
it's
steering damper,
supposed to do that?
yes, it controls, it makes the bike smooth, so it goes over bumps and maintains your tire's contact patch with the road. So
Yeah.
keep your grip, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make you do a jump. Or
Exactly.
something.
So what this does, this suspension moves up and down, and that's what the forks do. However, unlike the back wheel, which can only go up and down, the back wheel doesn't turn. The front wheel turns.
Yeah.
So you go over bumps, and it might do that.
Yeah.
And there's a thing called a tank slapper.
Sometimes it does that to me. That's how I wrecked my four-wheeler.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're going down the road and you hit bumps, sometimes the steering gets upset and it does this, and you're going down the road at 100 and all of a sudden it goes into what's called a tank slapper, and it can cause you to crash.
And
Now,
this helps that?
this will help against that. Now, I don't know if that would ever get a tank slapper because I've got really good suspension. We got K-Tech racing forks and Ohlins shocks on the back, and it's set up right.
Because you do this weekly?
Yes, but you never know. You hit a pothole or something and, it causes the bike to get wonky. So you put that on there. Like on your screen door, where you let go of the door and it doesn't slam shut because it's got that thing that goes shh. And
Yes.
that's what that is. It's like that. So it makes it so it just smooths it out. So if it starts going really fast, it's going to tone that down. Now, let me go put this back up in the wheel top.
And
Hey, you want to drag that back down?
Yeah.
I'll take over camera work here, Spielberg. So, yep, just drag it back down.
this, ow.
It's heavy.
Oh, I think I figured that out, Dave.
Okay. You got it?
No, I don't.
Okay. Back to the camera. And so now this thing down here, I can reach down and I can adjust the tension on this.
Ow.
But that's going to help just keep the steering a little more stable. If you hit a bump and it turns, and sometimes the front, even with the suspension set up right. Hey, camera. Sometimes your suspension, sometimes the front end gets a little wonky, or if you're doing a wheelie and you come down, it's kind of all over. So that's where, I know that doesn't feel right. Can you reach down? See that lever on the side?
Yeah.
Can you push that down?
Here, take it.
You got it.
Ow!
Watch out for that. All right. Boom. See? I don't have to put the kickstand down.
No
All right.
kickstand needed.
All right. For the rest of you, she insisted on helping, so I apologize for the quality of the video camera.
If it's better, it's because he's not doing the work with one hand.
Well, that's why this thing's a tripod. See? It's got little feet, and I can set it up.
I have one of those for my arm.
It's got little feet like you. All right, so those go back, boom, right there. All right. That goes in this drawer. And we put the tube back on.
I have no idea if I do this right.
Well, yeah, put them inside in the order of the size. All right. So you're going to be a YouTube star.
Yay!
So this thing I think has like 20 clicks of adjustment. Now this is the RSV mount that I got from A&J Cycles up in New York, $5 or something. Right now I'm just using this cheap Amazon.
Don't need to flex.
Yeah, I'm not flexing. I'm letting people know what it costs so they can go buy it. But this is like a cheap $40 damper off of Amazon. Yeah, well it's the same one your mom's got on her ZX6R on her orange bike.
Well, she doesn't ride that anymore.
I know, but that's because she's having another one of you. So she had to stop riding because she's got a bun in the oven. So, yeah. So that's the damper that I'm using at the moment. But if you want to put a Matrix damper, you want to put a Hyper Pro, you want to put a Ohlins on there, it's the same mount. That mounts up into the steel part of the frame. You just slide on whatever damper you want, connect it on 2 points, and you're done. So if I need to swipe... And that's the thing with these Amazon dampers. If it breaks in a year or two, I haven't had one break yet. But if it did, I can go buy another one for $40. And it's at this point, it's a 5-minute install because it's just the 2 screws.
I'm surprised you didn't go up to New York and buy one.
I'm not going to go up to New York and buy one.
Oh, you really?
Now you're talking nonsense. You went from being smart to now you're just being silly. So which bike do you like out of all of these? You got the giant Kawasaki, you got the exotic Italian Ducati, and then you got the British sports bike over here, the proper British Triumph. Which one do you like?
Why Oh, I the Britain flag.
What?
English flag. But why would they name it after something kind of like Trump if it's...
Triumph was around a lot longer before Trump.
Okay,
Plus, there's the word triumph. Like, I triumphed, I won. So, you know.
Yeah, I like this one.
The big Kawasaki?
Yeah.
There you go. See? Now you got your point back. Now you're back up.
No, actually, I have 2 points and a half. No, I have 2 points and a half a point. It's easy to mount on too.
Yeah. This bike is so stupid fast.
Don't you race in this one?
That's the one I take to the track. Although, now that I got that done, that's going on the racetrack in the spring. Not for the whole day. I'm just going to do like 2 sessions, and I'll do most of it on this bike. But I got to get one thing. I need a quick shifter. I got heated grips now. So when it's cold out, the grips get hot. Yeah, they're not going to do it right now because we're not going to start we're not going to start them in the bike in the garage. But yeah, they're heated grips. So you just push a button and they get warm and keep your hands warm.
Oh, it's kind of like the sea rollers.
Sure. But yeah, so all right. I think that's all. That's our episode of Dave's Garage.
This is a Speed Twin.
That's the model, the Speed Twin. Triumph is the brand, like Ford, Chevy, Porsche, it's Triumph. And then the Speed Twin is the specific model. But now we're done. I mean, we got we got exhaust X pipe, awesome tuning, good tires, Ohlins shocks, K-Tech racing forks. We got a steering damper, heated grips, number plate. This bike needs one more mod and it's done. And it's gonna be a quick shifter.
It's like a million things.
What? No, one more. I know I just listed a million things, but we're going to put on a quick shifter.
Yay.
Yeah.
We'll have a better camera person.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get some.
Totally.
Do you have any friends that have steadier hands that we could use? No. No. All right. Maybe we'll have you back for another episode of Dave's Garage. So that's Dave's little helper.
Yay! Where's the monkey? I lost the monkey.
So you.
Oh wait, no, his hand fell off.
Yeah, you ripped his hand off, and then you lost him.
No, I didn't. He's on the kitchen counter.
All right. All right, well, that's all for now. Hopefully that helps you. I know we probably could have condensed this down to about 90 seconds, but that's how you install it. Real simple. A&J cycles for the RSV mount, and then bring your own. You can buy an Ohlins damper from him. He's got some. I did it this way. Yeah, I'm not in the middle of talking anything. What did you want to know?
If you have ice cream.
I got chicken thighs, apparently, and squash and sausage.
We have a lot of chicken.
We have ice cream in the house.
You do?
Yes.
Can I have some?